everybody, Rev Nation here. I just wanted to do a update on the Ranger, but I wanted to kind of make an announcement first, and that is that I crossed over the 100 subscriber mark, which is super awesome. I never expected anybody to really pay attention to kind of anything I was doing necessarily. The main reason I started this channel is because all of the car review people on YouTube are almost all alike. They never say anything bad about anything, you know, every car is like the most perfect car ever. And the reason that they're doing that is because they have to be kind of controlled a little bit, and they have to bow to their overlords, which is the manufacturer press fleet. That's how they get their cars, because they don't want to like go around and, you know, ask dealerships and favors and seek these things out. So the manufacturers won't give them the cars if they say bad stuff about the cars, of course, right? You know, they're going to be like, oh, I'll remember that. I know some of these people. I literally know that that's how it works. I don't ever want to do that. So moving forward, I'll get my hands on every vehicle that I can, and I'm going to give you the absolute honest truth about all of them. So hopefully that's what you all are looking for. That's what I want to do. I want to prevent people from making mistakes about cars. I've owned over 50 cars in my life, and I feel like I'm qualified to judge, you know, what it's like to be a car owner and invest your money and, you know, have your expectations. And I know what it's like to be let down too. So let's get into it with some Ranger updates. But again, thanks everybody for subscribing and liking and sharing and all of that good stuff. I'll keep making videos moving forward. All right, let's take a look at the Ranger here. So I haven't really done too many updates since the last video, but I just want to talk about like the stance and everything like that. I put these Monroe shocks on the front, and I think that it basically created the very best and perfect look, because it's almost like I've got a front lift. And sorry, the cops are coming around throwing me off. But anyways, it's almost like I got a little bit of a front lift. You can see it sort of leans back a little bit. What that's done so far is made the ride quite a bit better, don't you think, Annabelle? Yeah, my daughter, she's my camera woman, and she's helping me out here. So let's get in here and I'll show you some of the stuff that we did. So if you could film maybe down into here. Yeah, so what you got is you have a Mevotech sway bar lean, and you've got Moog upper and lower control arms, and then Detroit axle tie rods, both inner and outer. I replaced the ball joints, and I also replaced the brake pads, and what else did I do? I balanced and you know, did all that to the wheels and everything. I was budget wheels. So if you come over here, these are Tactic Steely wheels. I got these off of another Ranger owner who was doing a bunch of dumb stuff and blew his engine. Didn't feel like replacing it. So I got the wheels and these Kelly all-terrain tires. These are 235 75/15s. They're really knobby, but they're not, you know, punishing on the road. So these Tactic Steelies, these are a matte black, so they're never going to really look shiny, which I think sort of adds to the pretty cool look that my truck has developed. So here, sorry, I've got a brand new bumper, and I just got done polishing these headlights here. I'm trying to refurbish them to the best of my ability, but I don't know, I might end up having to scrap them because they're still super dim. I'm going to swap out the lights with the LED bulbs and see if that fixes it. But if it doesn't, then, you know, so be it. I tried. Yeah. All right, so in the front here, I did a aftermarket OEM bumper. So I know that that's kind of a both sides of my mouth, right? Aftermarket and OEM, but it's the OEM style bumper. And it does have a black valance instead of the gray one, which I actually really like. So in order to complete everything, I kind of have to black out some of the other components here. I got done, I used a Craftsman restoration kit on this thing, and it turned out like crap. So I'm probably going to take that and get my money back because the lights are still dim. I mean, it helped a tiny bit, but I'm going to swap that out for some LEDs. And you can see like it just, I don't know. I mean, it didn't turn out well. I'm just not very happy with it. But I will tell you what, when I did first buy this, these things were yellow as like a smoker's teeth. So yeah, coming around, you can see some of those sort of non-black trim pieces here that I'm gonna just have to black out. Not a big deal. I mean, if I have time, I'll do it, basically. I'm not gonna do the body work instead, just because I don't think that there's gonna be any way that I can get an actual paint job that's gonna be worth a crap for less than, you know, 1,500 bucks, and I'm just not gonna do that. I swapped out this mirror. This came from the salvage yard. Still got the numbers on it. I gotta take some like Goo Gone and get rid of that. And one of the cool things that I did is I fixed the 12-volt jack here. You can see I'll push it in, and I have a Bluetooth adjuster thing or adapter here that we can play music, and yeah, I mean, it works fine. What do you think, Annabelle? It works pretty good? Yeah. Yeah, so I think it works pretty good. Other than that, I just, you know, cleaned up the interior a lot. I really love these vinyl seats. They were absolutely trashed when I bought it. I mean, it took me like hours upon hours of cleaning and scrubbing just to get them to where they are right now, which is, you know, still kind of crappy. I'm going to make another video here pretty soon about what it's like to kind of live with the Ranger every day and driving impressions and so on. And all right, well, let's get back out here. All right, and I got some trash in the bed of it. One of the things that was also broken is very common for these bolts to pop out. You can see that's the OEM one. And those things like absolutely suck. And I ended up swapping them out with these here. I'll try to narrow down the size, but there is a metal plate that sits in here and kind of holds everything steady, and that was all flopping around and crap like that when I first got this. So that's quite annoying. But yeah, you can see I've got the drop-in bed liner, which is pretty awesome. You can use this as a bottle opener, actually. I don't drink, but for you beer guys, you're gonna like that. It literally works perfectly. And other than that, you know, I don't really have much of anything going on here. You got some tie-down hooks here, and then you got a couple more up front here. That's really all you need, you know, is like, what else do you can use it for? One of the things that I'm gonna do is I'm probably gonna get a cheapo tonneau cover just to be able to get a little bit more space, because, you know, this is a regular cab. It is somewhat cramped. One of the really cool things, oh yeah, and as you guys can see, you see how it's got that gray color on the bumper. Got some surface rust over here. I'm gonna just sort of chisel that off. Probably gonna pop this bumper off and just paint it black so it just kind of all goes together. Little OCD thing. And I do have a pretty solid trailer hitch that came with the car. I can either, you know, go in here or just get the old ball sitting up there. I don't really plan on doing a lot of towing, though. I might get a jet ski or something like that. But check this out. My daughter made me these license plate covers for when I'm gonna do videos. So that's Nation, and then over in the front, yeah, Rev, which is pretty awesome. I think that, you know, that's a super cool design. If I ever decide to like do any merchandise, I'll probably use that design as like the main one. And she just came up with that out of nowhere. But one other thing you can see, I do need to glue these down a little bit better, but you know, these vinyl seats were like just wrecked. I'll pull this up, check this out. I don't want to, but you can see it's just nastiness. So I ended up cutting foam out of a mattress and putting it in there. This is literally just gone. And I don't know what they were doing, just kind of riding around, sitting on like open foam. So I just got some leather strips here and just did a temporary fix. But I'm definitely gonna have to take this to a vinyl shop and get it reupholstered, which, you know, sucks because it's going to be expensive, but it's worth it. I don't want to lose the seats, and I really don't want to cover them up because these vinyl seats are one of the things that I really like about the truck. And the same thing happened here. You can see freaking I did the same thing there. Literally just like, it was like they were eating this stuff. I don't know what the hell they were all doing, but and this previous owner was just a dipshit. And yeah. So, all right, yeah, and that's about it as far as Ranger update. So stay tuned. I'll make some more Ranger videos here moving forward. I know you guys like those quite a bit, so I'll keep them coming. I'll keep coming with the 4Runner videos and whatever other vehicle I can get my hands on. So thanks again. Stay tuned.